G'day, welcome to another episode of A Pirate in Chains. This time we're here at the Cascades on the Tasman Peninsula in the little hamlet of Cunha. And in early 1846, James Jimmy Harrison, convict number 6071, returned from the East Coast to serve another period of probation here. Unfortunately now it's a private residence, and so we can't actually get a closer look at what are some really well preserved remains of this probation station. In fact, it was so well preserved that many years ago it was accommodation, and I actually stayed in the commandant's cottage, I believe, for a few nights, which was a nice way of getting my own back. The Cascades was one of the few probation stations to have the buildings entirely made of brick, and I guess that's why they've lasted so well today. When James arrived here, there were about 400 convicts here at the Cascades, living in about 20 huts formed around a square and surrounded by the brick buildings for the stores, the workshops, and for the officers' quarters. James was initially put to work on the railway. It was manual railway. The convicts actually pushed the trolleys along wooden rails, transporting people across the peninsula. But he wasn't long here before he got up to his usual ways. And on the 8th of September 1846, he was sentenced to 2 months hard labour in chains for leaving one of the handcarts unattended. That was the 8th of September, so therefore he would have been in chains until the 8th of November. But somehow on the 26th of September, whilst in chains, he was found in the possession of a pipe and received for that one 36 lashes. That's one way to kick the smoking habit, I guess. Those 2 months hard labour and the 36 lashes, which were in fact the first time he'd been actually flogged rather than striped in his convict career. They didn't seem to have a lot of effect, because not long after being released from the chain gang, in December James was found playing cards, and for that he was given 7 days solitary confinement. Do you think he would have learnt from that, or was he just a glutton for punishment? On the 3rd of April, James was again in strife, again for smoking. He was caught in possession of a pipe and he refused to give it up, and obviously used some obscene language towards the person who asked him to give it up, and received 7 days solitary confinement and 36 lashes. Now, back then, people probably didn't live long enough for smoking to kill them, but it certainly could hurt them in a pretty nasty way. A little over a month later, on the 12th of May, he received 20 days solitary, but we couldn't actually make out on the convict record what it was for. But it must have been something, probably something pretty minor really, considering. It's a real pity we couldn't get any closer to the Cascades Probation Station, but I will make an effort to contact the owners, because this wasn't the first time that James would be here at the Cascades. he would return, and from there would occur perhaps the most exciting, and for James, the most life-changing escapade of his time as convict 6071. So if you've enjoyed this video, please keep watching. As I said in the intro, the episodes are not released in chronological order, but eventually they will all be there, and I'm numbering them in proper order, so you'll be able to watch them all as you go in the way that it panned out for James. But in the meantime, stay tuned for the next one, and we'll see you somewhere searching again for the life of a pirate in chains. Thanks for watching. Now, I've just got to get back up this cliff somehow. Looks like this pirate might be imprisoned at the Cascades.